everyone, and welcome to Uzzy Bug Books. I'm Bethany. I'm so excited you're here. I have Cooper here, my book reviewer, and how old are you, Cooper?
9.
9, almost 10, and he's going to be in what grade?
4th.
4th grade next year. We're almost finished with 3rd grade, and we're here to talk about early elementary chapter books. And our first one is Hey Jack, which is for what age, Coop?
First and second.
1st and 2nd grade, depending on the reading level. And this is our introductory chapter book. Tell us about Hey Jack. What's Hey Jack all about?
Jack has problems in school, like problems you have in school and at home, and they find ways to fix it.
So kind of common problems that you have in early elementary school.
Yeah.
I know one of them's the worry monster, and I think there's a bunch of them in there. The Best Project or other ones that are in there. There's a lot in the series. I don't even know how many, but is a good book to get in the series because how quickly do you read through these? Once you get started in
One
them.
a day.
One a day, probably, because you really start flying through these. There's no more than 50 words per page. If I can get it open. There are pictures in here. Great for dyslexics too, because the words, the font is pretty big. So this is a great introductory chapter book. Anything else to say about Hey Jack? Oh, Billy B.
Oh yeah.
So who's Billy B?
Jack's friend.
Jack's best friend. And so the boy version of this book is Hey Jack, and the girl version is Billy B. So definitely check these out for beginning chapter books. I think these are amazing. I highly recommend the collection just because they really do blow through them once they start on those. The next in the series, the next one we're going to point out is Fizz. I keep calling it Fitz, but it's Fizz. Tell us a little bit about Fizz.
He's a white fluffy dog,
yeah.
And he wants to be a police dog even though he doesn't look like one.
Yes. And so he's not your typical German Shepherd like what Rigger we had, right? Tell us a little bit about this book. This one specifically, the police dog tryouts. What's he doing in this one?
He's trying out to be a police dog.
Yeah. Is it funny?
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of funny. I read this one to my 7-year-old Tanner. He really enjoys it because it's funny, and it's not a huge chapter book, but there's 4 in the series. It does have some pictures in it, but you can tell definitely more words on this one, but a funny one that goes along with it. So, yeah, this is a good one. And what age would you say for this one?
1st and 2nd grade.
1st and 2nd grade for this one. So check out Fizz, the police dog. The next one that we're going to talk about is the Pet Vet series. And this first one is called Cranky Paws. But tell us about the Pet Vet.
It's about a dog that helps a veterinarian. And they have different patients.
Yes. And so it kind of goes through the different patients. Each book is kind of tells about the different patients. This one has, the thing I like about this one is it has, if you can see here, let me get that right. It has, definitions of some of the words. And then you can see it highlights the diagnosis of that dog. But it definitely has more words in this one. Some pictures, but not a lot. And tell me, who can read this book? Is this for...
1st and 2nd grade, and it's also related to Pup Patrol.
Pup Patrol, which there's 2 in that series. It's Farm Rescue and Bush Rescue. So that's it's by the same author, right?
Yeah.
And this book is definitely for boys and girls. I have a lot of kids who love animals, and I recommend this one, especially those one who want to be veterinarians. Is it funny or serious or?
In between.
In between? Okay, so it's not like silly like Fizz, but has lots of good information in it. And I love that it has the definitions on how to pronounce the larger words. Our favorite one, which is our last one that we're going to talk about today for the younger elementary school, is Wheel Nuts. Tell us a little bit about Wheel Nuts.
It's this really crazy race. And there are weird characters and weird vehicles.
And what are some of the characters' names?
Gurgle and Burr.
They're the most famous ones because they're like babies, right? Yeah, and they're silly. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then there isn't there one that's like they're like rock stars or something, and
Yeah.
so it's really fun book. Tanner loves when I read this to him. The best part about this book is it's great for reluctant readers because it's all colored. Oh, there's the map with the race. And there's 5 in the series, right?
Yeah.
And it goes through and shows you all their crazy contraptions, and then it's chapter, but every page is full of color. It's great for kids who love Captain Underpants, silly, goofy funniness. I do sell this to girls also. It's just my #1 selling boy book because of the funny silliness that's involved in it. And boys seem to like that, right?
Yeah.
So check out Wheel Nuts. And what age would you say Wheel Nuts is?
First, second, and third.
First, second, and third grade. It just depends on your reader and what they want to love. But I read this to my kindergartner. So, I think this is a fun, exciting series. So check that out. And please check us out on what's our website?
UzzyBugBooks.com.
And you can follow us on Facebook under
UzzyBugBooks.
Books, and we're on YouTube. So we're so excited to share these books with you, and I hope you all have a wonderful day and
Happy reading.
happy reading.